What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Braided Bait with the Novice Angler. I know it's been well over 2 months since I did a fishing video. In fact, it was back in December. That was the last time I caught anything. And since then, temperature's been in the teens, and many of the lakes and ponds are frozen. I've been going to the Elm Creek Dam every single week, and yeah, there's still people fishing, trying out to catch some saugeyes and muskies. They had some luck, I didn't. And I want to show you guys a video on how to spool a braided line. And this is the way that was taught to me. And the main thing about braid is that braid, one, is very fine. It's a lot thinner than monofilament, has zero stretch, and has zero memory. The only thing is about using a braided line is that it's so fine that a lot of times if you cast it, especially if you cast it in the wind or something, you'll probably end up getting tangled up. So the best thing to do is to put braided line onto your reel and to tip it off with about 5 or 6 feet off either your fluorocarbon lead or your monofilament lead. I just want to show you on how I do it and how it was taught to me. Anyway, let's get started, guys. By the way, if you guys are interested in checking out some very original custom designed tees, t-shirts like your fishing, patriotic, funny, and Christian based t-shirts like these, come check out at www.lumenpath.net. And thank you very much for all your support, guys. We appreciate it. This is my friend's fishing pole and reel. He wants me to set his up like mine. And what I like to start off with is that there's a couple ways of doing it. I know some people, they like to back it with either mono or fluoro to give it that grip. But what I was shown is a little bit of electrical tape. Because what the guy told me is that braided line is actually slippery. So unless I have mono backing on it or electrical tape, it'll slide right off the spool. And I'll end up having the same mess that I did when I first tried using a spinning reel. So what I like to do, I like to grab a few inches of it. And you just want to grab your electrical tape and make sure that it stays right in the center. Make sure it's nice and tight. There it is, folks. Well, folks, once you have the tape on your spool, this is the line that I'll be using. I'll be using the spider wire. I personally never used it. This is the one my friend picked up. A lot of people said it's one of the best braided lines to use. Well, let's check it out here. Yep, the line that I'll be using is going to be a 20-pound test line. There we go. Now, and the knot that I like to use is basically your Arbor Knot. And what that is just a basic slip knot. You run a loop right around the reel. Then after that, you grab the tag end and simply tie an overhand knot, making it into a basic slip knot like this. And after that, you want to put a little stopper knot by making another overhand knot like this. That's basically your arbor knot. Then you just want to cinch it tight, as tight as you can. Oh, by the way, make sure you don't forget to open that bail because that was the mistake that I made the first time trying to spool it myself. Yep, and after that, you simply want to snip off the rest of that tag end here. There we go. And once that's all set, close the bail back up. And you just want to grab a small length of it while pinching it tight between your thumb and index finger, like this. Now you're ready to reel it. Make sure you start off slow and make sure that it's going evenly across the reel. One thing I do admit about the spider wire, it feels quite a bit more abrasive than the braided lines that I usually use. Okay, we are about done. You don't want to over spool it. Make sure there's still about 1/8 of an inch left. And this is where I'll just snip it right off. Okay, now that we're done spooling our braided line onto the reel, what I like to do, I like to use maybe about a 5 or 6 foot fluorocarbon leader, and the knot that I'll be using is called the Alberta Knot. Extremely strong knot for tying your braid onto your mono or flora. And this is what I like to use. In fact, this is the same one that I use for most of my poles, as this is a fluorocarbon coated 12-pound test line. You just want to grab a little bit of the fluorocarbon, form it into a loop like this. Then you grab your braided line, slide that braided line right through that loop, and afterwards you want to pinch off that loop. Then from here you want to give it several twists. Grab the braided line, and I like to do about 6 or 7 twists on it. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Now that you have 6 twists on there, you want to do the same going back down towards that loop. So you grab the bottom and you twist it over. That's 1. Now, this is the part that's important. Make sure that you're going through the same direction as you did when you first put in that braided line. So this one, just grab the tag end of the braid, slide it through that loop. There it is. That is called the Alberta Knot. Of course, you want to moisten the line before pulling it tight. And once it's pulled tight, you just need to cinch it as tight as you can. There we go, folks. That is the Alberta Knot. And what you want to do is that you just want to make sure that you're going to cut the tag end, and you want to cut it as close to the knot as possible. There we go. And you want to do the same for your fluorocarbon. Grab the tag end of it and cut it as close as you can to that knot. There we go, folks. That is your Alberta Knot. Now you just want to grab about, I like to use maybe about 5 or 6 feet. And just cut it off. There it is. Now this pole is set and ready to be used. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give me a like and consider subscribing for some more fishing, knife, and kit videos. By the way, guys, real quick shout out. I know I'm just a novice. Brand new YouTuber, his name is Josh. He have his own YouTube channel called Angling Outings. He is definitely a lot more knowledgeable and skillful in fishing than I am. So go and check out his channel. Anyways, you guys take care. Talk to you later.